Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unsportsmanlike here on Know Your News. We are your source for the worst and some of the weirdest things that happen in sports. I am Greg Cherry, joined alongside Pat McAfee's cousin, Jarret Bailey. And you're going to get a lot of that, I'm sure. Jarret, there's a lot of baseball going on right now. We're right before the All-Star break, and a lot is happening. We're not quite to football season yet. We're getting there. Mm-hmm. But what do you think of what's going on in sports right now? I mean, the big news, of course, is the Steelers renaming their stadium. Is it Arroyo or
I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. All I know is that I hate it. I'm still going to call it Heinz Field. That's the thing that I think a lot of Pittsburghers are going to be referring it to as Heinz Field, regardless of if that's what it's called anymore. But this is exciting. It feels like an event. We've got a fun graphic with our names on it. So this feels important. Yeah.
Yes, Acrisure, or I'm not sure, or who knows. But anyway, it is a big week in Pittsburgh sports because of that. Maybe not exactly the most positive news because it's so weird. I mean, Heinz is a staple of the Pittsburgh area.
Oh yeah.
And now we're named after an insurance company in Michigan. It seems very, very weird.
Hey, whatever gets them bucks, I guess. Let's chase the money. They should have just went name it Ben Roethlisberger Stadium for all I care. Just go full on generic with it.
Yeah, I heard Rooney Stadium. I suggested Sheets Stadium, but that's just me.
Sheets.
I mean,
I like Sheets, but
yeah, I mean, you're not gonna call it Wawa Stadium. That wouldn't make any sense.
Well, sure, yeah,
that's like an Eagles thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are going to talk about some of the worst plays and some of the strangest things that we've seen in sports. And like I mentioned, there is a lot of baseball going on. And one of the plays I noticed was during the Angels and the Astros game. There was one play where Taylor Ward got a good hit, but he was not paying attention. And if you look at near the end of this play, you can see if you look at Ward, he's not on the bag. He hit it to the outfield, and he was stopped, so he was going to get a single, but he wasn't looking, and he got tagged out.
Yeah, no, again, not going to pretend to be the largest of a baseball experts, but it feels like the Angels are very much a two-man show right now. And if Shohei Ohtani and or Mike Trout aren't doing something out of this world, it's just same old Angels. They just got swept by the Orioles, if I'm not mistaken. Poor guys. How do you get swept by the Orioles? That's impressive.
Hey, listen, as a Yankees fan, I'm surprised anybody gets swept by the Orioles. I mean, the Dodgers got swept by the Pirates. Maybe it's something weird in the LA waters. I have no idea.
Or the Anaheim waters, or wherever they actually play games. I don't know, man. The Angels are bad unless, again, Shohei Ohtani is doing something that hasn't been done since 1742, and Mike Trout's batting .790. It's outside of that. You'd think that both of them. One of them's a pitcher, too, by the way, which is insane. You think, they get something going at least, but they've got no depth whatsoever. Those poor guys. Swept by the Orioles.
Yeah. The last time I remember the Angels relevant was the Angels in the Outfield movie in the 90s. Maybe that's just me. And I'm not even a movie guy, and I watched that.
I feel like they were good when Vladimir Guerrero was there at some point.
Oh, that's probably true.
I'm going to look this up. While you pull up this next thing, I'm looking to see the Angels record by year.
Yeah, because maybe it's just me not being a hardcore baseball fan. I like baseball. Don't get me wrong. I was just at the Pirates-Yankees game last Wednesday, which was so much fun for me as a Yankees fan. But, I'm not caught up with all the stats. It's not as easy to keep track of everything as it is with football. And there is a lot of stuff with football. Maybe it's just me too, but baseball has some absurd statistics. They have at least 6 qualifiers for every statistic, it seems.
Yeah. All right. So the last time they were a playoff team was 2014, and they were swept in the divisional series 3-0.
Okay.
And then the last time they were a playoff team before that was 2009, and then they lost in the ALCS in 6 games. So not a lot of success.
I do remember that ALCS. Good times.
Yeah, but they did have They made 5 playoff appearances in 6 years from the early 2000s. So I was somewhat right about that. But yeah, they haven't been. They're relevant right now because they've got 2 of the best players to ever play on their team, and yet they still can't. They're 38-49 at the time of recording this, Greg.
Hey, listen, stranger things have happened after the All-Star break. They
don't say that, by the way. If I hear the phrase "Stranger Things" again, I'm going to launch a brick through my TV.
I've never seen the show, so I can't.
I've watched the first 3 seasons. It's just not for me.
It wasn't for you, but you watched the first 3 seasons.
Well, my sister wanted me to, and being the good brother that I am, we just binged it for 3 days, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I'm not gonna watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Now I think I just hate it because everybody talks about it, and I'm tired of hearing about it.
I mean, that's a good way to get sick of something. Anyway, we're going back to baseball. Weird things happen in Ohio sports. It's not just baseball that happens. I mean, it seems to be football, basketball, anything weird always seems to happen to the Ohio teams. And it happened in this game with the Guardians against the Royals. Luke Maile, somebody who knows baseball better than me can tell me.
If he sees this and we butchered it, we're sorry, Luke.
Yeah, we're sorry, Luke. You make more money than us. It's fine.
Anyway, I'm not sorry, Luke. Never mind.
You're fine.
You're doing
you
fine.
have a paid off house and all that stuff. Well, hopefully. I don't know your financial situation. Luke, anyway, for the Guardians, he almost hit a home run.
Almost.
And somehow got the ball stuck in the wall.
See, and at that point, I'd almost rather do that because you're going to hit other home runs in your career. You're never going to do that again.
No. And that wasn't even a home run. They called it a ground rule double.
It's impressive at that point. So it didn't bounce or anything, right?
No. If it would have bounced, it wouldn't have been as impressive because if bounces happen all the time.
Yeah.
But to get it to aim there and to get it stuck in the wall, I mean, you're not going to do that shot again.
Oh, no.
Unless you're Dude Perfect or something, you're not going to do that shot again.
No, never. That's what I'm saying. I'd almost rather have that happen than, just another normal dinger. At least you've got something to point back to and be like, yeah, I somehow did the physically impossible and got a ball that I jacked from 430 feet stuck between 2 walls.
Yeah. I mean, the aim of that is incredibly impressive. Maybe he has a good golf game.
God knows I don't.
I've actually never tried.
It's fun to try.
I'm sure it is fun to try. I'll have to do that at some point. But I just mentioned I was at the Pirates-Yankees game on Wednesday. And a lot of things I noticed, because there were a lot of foul balls hit that game, a lot of fans love to try and dive for these balls. Like they're diving for thousands of dollars if they get that. And unfortunately,
memorabilia junkies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not one of those people.
No.
An Atlanta Braves fan made a bold attempt to catch a ball, and he did so unsuccessfully and managed to land face first on stadium seating.
I bet that felt great. He looks like that. His name's gonna escape me, but he's a younger comedian. He has a podcast. That's gonna piss me off. But that's who he looks like from the side, at least. I'm gonna have to look this up. I think his name's Skylar Hoffman. Does that sound right? I
have no idea. The only Skylar I know in the entertainment business. Wow. Okay. In the entertainment business is Skylar Aston. That's the only one I'm aware of.
Okay, let's see who Skylar Hoffman is, because I've spoke this into the universe. Skylar Hoffman, machine learning engineer, and that's not him.
Yeah, probably not the same guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's not the same guy, but that's who it looked like from the side.
It's amazing to me, and he was completely fine. He no-sold the crap out of that one. He took the stadium seat to the face. He got the ball. To his credit, he got it.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, just a painful
not just sacrificing your nose for nothing.
Yeah. Something else I noticed, and as much as this guy, baseball fans can't catch worth a damn.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, granted, those balls are coming fast.
They are.
Phrasing.
Nice. it's one of those things that you bring a glove to the game, hoping to catch a foul ball, and then
people still do that.
You have no idea. There were at least in like the section that my dad and I were in, there were at least like 50, 60 people with gloves, hoping to catch a foul ball.
Like if you're a kid, that's one thing. If you're like a 47-year-old man still doing that, you should probably be institutionalized.
There were grown adults. There were grown adults doing it too.
Yeah, no, we should put them on some sort of watch list.
I wasn't among them. I mean, I was among them, but I wasn't one of those people. I kind of jokingly reached for, an Aaron Judge throw to hopefully catch it, but he threw it to the second deck. So is what it is. Mm. Next up, speaking of Aaron Judge and the Yankees and the Red Sox had a series where they split over the weekend.
Aaron Judge.
Yes.
He's a tall sumbitch.
He is. I got to witness a grand slam by him on Wednesday. That was fun.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Yes. And it's funny because that game had 2 grand slams, the game against the Pirates.
Did it?
And
was that the one that they won 20-0 or whatever the hell it was?
Yeah, 16-0 they won that game. Okay. But the funny thing is, like with that game, there were only 86 games I looked in Major League Baseball history that had multiple grand slams by a single team.
Really?
In the history of the game.
Out of like the 19 trillion, that's like a rarity. That's a very Okay. You saw something that's like seeing something rare in baseball is like seeing a unicorn. Like it's hard to do.
Yeah. There was almost a third. Like Pirates tried really hard to get them a third. But anyway, the Yankees and the Red Sox played each other, and Christian Arroyo had a hit from Joey Gallo come towards him. And it was
what a crap year Joey Gallo's having, huh?
I mean, he nearly got an inside the park home run because of
it.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right Joey? Did I just accidentally crap on Joey Gallo? Is he having a good year? I'm pretty sure he's having a bad year, right?
He is very much maligned by the Yankees fan base.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I knew there was a Yankees guy named Joey that everybody on Yankees Twitter was just butchering every day.
Let me tell you how bad of a year Joey Gallo is.
I've unlocked something.
Joey Gallo, when he got a walk on Wednesday, received a standing ovation.
What's his on base percentage? I'm going to look.
I'm not sure. He also hit a home run the same game. So
against the Pirates?
Yeah, against the Pirates.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But on this play, I believe he was credited with a triple.
Christ alive, Joey. Yeah, he's having a... Oh, this is the... Yes. Okay, yes. I saw somebody make a viral tweet about this.
Yes.
Like when you pretend to throw the ball to your dog, and they buy it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you can see on the far right side, the ball dropped about 25 feet.
Oh yeah, like a little bit in front of the dirt in front of LL Bean.
Yeah.
What is LL Bean, by the way? Is that a coffee shop?
I think it's I think it's a clothing company.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee, so if it is a coffee company, I wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah, Arroyo, and this was a night game too. Like, how do you lose it in the lights of a night game?
How did that many people go to Fenway every night?
I mean, what else does Boston have to do in the summer?
I guess. You could say that about just about any city, though.
Yeah,
PNC isn't that packed every night. The only reason that they were packed last week is because the Yankees were in town.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and PNC isn't packed because they have the Pirates.
I mean, I guess. Why are the Red Sox good this year?
They're, I believe, 14 games back of the Yankees, but the Yankees are having a ridiculous year.
I was going to say the Yankees are like 70-3 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, they're the anti-Cincinnati Reds. Sorry, Sean.
By the way, Joey Gallo's batting average 166.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's horrid.
It's absolutely horrid. I mean, 200 is not a great batting average either. But
he only batted 160 last year too. Granted, that was with the so 223 with the Rangers, and then when he went to New York, he only batted 160 with the Yankees though. Oh yeah, he's just been terrible since he showed up there.
That's 1 for 6 on average. That's
not good.
No. I mean, we consider
it's like a hit every 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, not at all. I mean, we consider like 300 batting average to be spectacular. So to have half of that approximately is not good for Gallo. But I believe he did get credited with a triple. He got thrown out trying to get the inside the park home run because, of course, he did. But he did get 2 RBIs out of it. So
that's good.
Yeah. Well, next up for the Dodgers Rockies game, everybody likes to do the inaugural pitch, like throughout the first pitch or whatever. And they had, I'm not sure what kind of night the Dodgers had, but they had somebody dressed up in a Hello Kitty outfit to throw out the first pitch. And as you can see by this picture, you can see the ball, and that is traveling far to the right.
Yeah, no, that's going to catch probably the cameraman and the ding dong.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it would have been that good. But it was thrown just a bit outside.
Oh, is that a Major League reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was to the right of the cameraman, I believe. It went not the worst first pitch I've ever seen.
No, I mean 50 Cents is always going to be, the contender for worst pitch of all time. And Carly Rae Jepsen have a really bad one too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the 2 gold standards of horrible first pitches.
Yeah, I mean, if you make it to the plate, at least like to the distance of the plate, it's not too bad.
There's some like really good like legendary first pitches, like W like right down the middle in the first game after 9/11. Great first pitch. I mean, obviously the historical context behind it, but still like the pitch itself, by its. If we're only talking about the pitch, it was still a good pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed very fitting at the time. It's almost kind of like how the Patriots won the Super Bowl after 9/11. And, we were happy.
Think about that.
Yeah. Like they won their first Super Bowl then. And we were all happy. It's like, oh, that's fitting. And then we realized, oh, they're New England and we hate them. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, my lack of love of Boston is going to come out a lot on this show.
Yeah, I don't really have a lack of. I don't necessarily think I have disdain for like certain cities' sports teams per se. I don't think so. At least I don't think I do.
Yeah, I feel like
maybe Philadelphia.
Yeah, I could get that.
Not just because like I'm from Pittsburgh, just like Philadelphia sports fans are a pain in my ass.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy that they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
I thought I was at the time, but if I hear the phrase Philly special ever again in my life, I'm just a cynical person.
Hey,
that's what I've decided.
Yeah. What can you do? Albert Almora. Try that again. Albert Almora. It's hard with the alliteration. The Cincinnati Reds and the Houston Astros played each other, and he attempted, and I stress the word attempted, to catch a foul ball. And where is that ball? It's past him. But
okay, it looks like it's going for like his left thigh. There's a person with a kind of see the manager haircut in the front row about to take it in the chin if it bounces off of him.
Yeah.
Kid in a yellow hat and an aforementioned baseball glove, what looks like either his mom or his aunt to his right. Yeah. Guy in sunglasses standing in the back just witnessing it all go down. Chuck Norris to the left of Almora. What looks like an older lady in a sun hat and sunglasses looks petrified. And then dude in the hat in front of guy in sunglasses is loving every second of it.
Guy in sunglasses kind of looks like Sean Spears.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why it would be in a Cincinnati and Houston game. He's Canadian, but who knows? But Almora after that did a little bit of parkour to try and like save face that he completely missed the ball. But it was a good effort. Good effort.
I just love seeing the reactions of fans and still shots. Like that's the better part of it. Like we see enough plays where things don't exactly go as planned, but like the people, if you get especially close to the crowd, seeing everybody in the vicinity, how they react to it, that's the best part of anything.
Oh yeah,
especially if it goes badly.
Oh yeah, more so if it goes badly. Sometimes when it goes good, but more so when things don't work out. We do have something from NASCAR here. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, Road America. This happened in the last week.
I couldn't tell you a single NASCAR driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, by the way. No disrespect to them. I'm sure they're good at what they do.
The only reason I can is because I have it in front of me. I don't watch NASCAR. Never really have. Never got into it. Kind of like basketball. I never got into basketball.
I was in a NASCAR when I was a kid. Like young.
I wasn't. Like I sometimes it was on TV on Sundays, but it wasn't anything that I just like sat down and felt like I'd be fascinated with. It's
like in the summer, I would watch a decent amount.
I mean, if there's no other sports on, like, I guess, but
I don't know. I just really liked it when I was young. I don't know why. I had the NASCAR 09 like video game was great. Like 06 to 09 NASCAR video games, great. Absolutely great.
I didn't even know there were NASCAR video games. Like I knew
there were
man. Racing
EA Sports
games
in the game.
There you go. Not the EA Sports titles I played. By the way, college football's coming back soon. Next year.
Yeah, it is. Next year is what they're aiming for.
I'm so excited. Like I love college football.
You like college football a lot more. Like I'm a casual college football fan. Like I enjoy watching it. I couldn't tell you a lot about. Talk to me around January when I'm in Mobile for the Senior Bowl, and I'll get more into these guys. Like if I'm just casually, like I'll be into it for Penn State because I'm a Penn State fan.
Fair enough.
Other than that, yeah, no, it's hard pressed to have me name anybody.
Yeah, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and you know I trudged through a lot of years of pain before we got to where we are now.
Right.
So I'm enjoying this for as long as I can. But back to NASCAR. So Josh Bilicki, he was part of the Xfinity. I'm not sure if he was part of the Xfinity team.
I do know how that works. So like the main cup, I think it's called the Monster Energy Cup now. It used to be the Sprint Cup. Xfinity Series has been that forever, though. Like it used to be the Busch Series, and then they changed it. Which, by the way, Kyle Busch won the Busch Series one year. I thought that was funny.
Very fitting.
Yeah. So yeah, a little NASCAR history for you.
There you go. I would not have been able to provide that. But Josh Bilicki managed to avoid being in a wreck, but by doing so, he ran straight into the Sargento cheese sign. And managed to carry that for quite a distance, getting some unintentional advertising in for Sargento.
That is fantastic.
Oh, it's absolutely fine. Because since he wasn't hurt or anything, it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's very rarely do we get guys injured in NASCAR races. And look, the wrecks are half the fun of watching NASCAR, especially when shit just hits the fan. It's great. But yeah, that's a good little piece of NASCAR fun where, yeah, a guy's gonna have to go to pit road. He's probably gonna get lapped. Still, that's great. Great for everybody watching, not associated with him as a person or a driver.
Yeah, that was one of the. That was just so funny, him carrying the sign along. And there's really nothing you could do. It's not like you can hit the brakes and like move past it. You just kind of have to keep driving through whatever's going.
Oh yeah.
It's a race. Going back to baseball real quick. Justin Upton, who is now on the Seattle Mariners, managed to hit a home run. Everything looked fine. Looked like a routine home run. And as you can see from this shot, everything looks completely fine. But, you know, everything looks fine. Nothing happens with fans. Upton goes to celebrate with the Mariners. The cameraman celebrates with the ground because this is how it ended up.
Oh, no. There's nothing funnier than camera guys falling.
Oh, yeah, because you get that they fall because
yes.
See how it goes. So good. I mean,
there's always something nice to make baseball a little bit more fun to watch. Like, again, I'm not hating on baseball. I mean, it is a slower paced game. So when you get something like that, you know, just somebody eating it, just trying to do their best, it's a good time.
And very fitting that you say eating it, because our last thing of the day happened last Monday at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh my, what happened?
Joey Chestnut, who's been branded, I'm not sure if it's in jest or if it's serious, as an American hero.
I feel like it's satire at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I
when you
feel
have
like it's
dubbing
feel
a
like
guy who eats hot dogs as, the savior of our country might be a little far fetched. But how many did he eat? Do you know?
It was in the 60s. He didn't break his record.
Okay.
It was like 74.
I think it's 74.
Yeah. So, somebody will correct me later. I'm terrible with sports stats. Wrestling stats, got them all.
It's between 72 and 74, I think.
Yeah, around there. More than 70.
Okay, before we look at this, at your hungriest, competing against other normal human beings, what are one, maybe two foods that you think that you could win a contest by eating?
Pop-Tarts, probably.
That's a decent one.
Yeah. And
those are filling.
They are filling, but man, I've had an entire box at one time. Like,
it's probably not good, Greg.
Could do it. This was when I was younger, to be fair. I've paced myself a little bit better.
You meant like yesterday.
I mean, I probably could still do it. It probably wouldn't be wise for my health.
I have a random one, and I think I could do it. Marshmallows. Like, I mindlessly ate like 9 of them like in a minute.
So you did the chubby bubby or chubby what the hell is it called? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Sticking the marshmallows in your mouth and trying to talk.
Whatever. No, I just shoved them in my big fat face.
Oh, okay. I couldn't do it because, like, I mean, marshmallows seem like they'd be very filling. Like, even though there's like not much to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say they feel fluffy. It's like eating a quickly disintegrating pillow. I
mean, I guess. Like I had one of the giant marshmallows, like the s'mores sized marshmallows on the other day, and it felt like too much. Like just the standard like Jet Puff marshmallows. Have those. You don't need the big ones because you don't want the marshmallow to overpower everything. Coffee
cakes, like the little
those are good. Ones. I don't like coffee, but I like coffee cakes. Those are good.
Coffee cakes probably my favorite dessert. I feel like I could crush anybody in a coffee cake eating contest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, straight up bread. I could do that. Listen, I have a story.
What kind?
Just like regular bread, like baked bread.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you just meant like Wonder Bread out of the bag.
I mean, I probably could do that too. But so funny story before we get to, we're on the topic of eating. It makes sense. I had a competition with a former like wrestling buddy of mine. He was like 350 pounds at the time. And we went to Bob Evans and we had a contest where we could see who could eat the most dinner rolls.
Bob Evans dinner rolls are good.
They are good. I had a dozen of them.
A dozen dinner rolls.
Yes. I won the competition against the 350 pound guy.
I mean,
it's half a source of pride, half a source of shame.
Bob Evans dinner rolls aren't tiny either.
No, they're not.
That's impressive. Yeah, no, you know what? I'll give it to you, Greg. Why not? Good for you. Yeah, you know what? You did that. You might as well get some applause for it. I don't think I've done anything that crazy when it comes to like, I don't really, I'm a smaller dude. I get fooled kind of quickly. So yeah, no, I can't picture myself doing that. That would end badly.
No, competitive eating is not something I would do regularly. But Joey Chestnut, while in the midst of the competition, like this is not before or after, this is while the competition is going on, a protester, I'm honestly not sure what they were protesting because I didn't look it up. He came onto the stage right in front of Joey Chestnut and tried to start his protest when Joey Chestnut put him in a chokehold.
Oh, I did see this. Yes. Okay. Yes. Mid hot dog eating and everything, and then he just carries on like nothing happened.
And he won. Like how much? Listen, I'm a competitive person. If somebody is hindered by something in a competition and they still beat you, I would just give the competition up because, listen, if you give him a handicap and he still whoops everybody's ass, what do you do at that point? Just be like, hey.
How many did second place eat?
I don't know.
I'm finding out.
It's like the Nelly song. 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers. I couldn't tell
It's
you.
like the Who song?
The Nelly song that I am number one. That song. Have you never heard that song?
I doesn't sound
Oh my
familiar.
gosh.
It does not sound familiar. I like Nelly.
Oh boy.
I do. I like Nelly. To an extent. When I say I like Nelly, like I know like 3 or 4 songs, and I liked him in the Longest Yard. That's my like Nelly.
Was number one part of the Longest Yard soundtrack? Or no, it was Training Day soundtrack.
Wasn't Training Day?
Yeah,
I haven't seen Training Day, and I don't know how long.
So you've probably heard the song.
I might have, yes.
I'm trying not to get us copyright struck on our first episode.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find the standings for this damn thing. Why is this impossible to find?
Because I'm sure everybody's talking about the chokehold that Chestnut put on him.
Well, I just want to know the results. Oh, here, standings. I put standings, not results. Maybe that's why. Okay, results. Okay. So let me see. Okay, Joey Chestnut ate 63. Second place was Jeffrey Esper, who ate 47.5. He beat this dude by like 16 hot dogs.
Yeah, and he managed to like put a sleeper hold and win a UFC fight in the middle of it.
For the women, by the way, Mickey Sudo ate 40. Michelle Lesko ate 26. So Mickey Sudo is like her own Joey Chestnut in the women's division of hot dog eating.
I didn't even realize there was a women's division.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
The women's one's more fun to watch.
I don't think I've ever sat down to watch one. I know.
Yeah, I mean, after like 5 seconds, I'm like, all right, I'm going to vomit.
Yeah. Because it's like.
He's just pulling it out of bugs, dunking him in water, and just going back and forth.
That's what gets me.
Somebody's gonna make a gif of me doing this.
So you do it again.
I gave him a prime opportunity to do it.
Yeah, you make it more emphatic.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you get us trending, you make us a meme. That's perfectly fine with me because our names are on there. They can follow us.
Yeah.
And speaking of following, you can follow Jarret at J Bailey NFL. He's going to talk about a lot of football. What are your predictions, early predictions of what you think could happen this football season?
Well, you'll have to follow me on Twitter. Check out my stuff for 33rd Team and Sports Illustrated to find that out. I'm a locked. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm a closed book, a locked door until like the first week of September, like the week before the season starts. That's when I kind of start releasing all that. I don't know. I've been pretty big on Buffalo this off season. I don't think that's going to change.
I just saw your tweet about that.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out with that. Keep up with it. YouTube stuff as well. So yeah, Jarret Bailey on YouTube. No Notes Pod, Pump Fake Pod. Yeah, you can find that all on my Twitter and in my link tree, which is in my bio on Twitter.
Speaking of the Bills, did they institute a new overtime rule?
For the playoffs, I do believe, yes.
Okay. I prefer college's system. I will say that till the day I die.
I think everybody does. I don't
care for the sudden death, and the NFL just won't let it go.
It's not even sudden death anymore. It's very, very anticipated death.
Yeah.
Death you can see coming.
Just ties in football irk me.
I mean, I've had the suggestion of doing a kickoff at the end of overtime, where you start, each team is at the 25-yard line. That's a 42-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And then each team gets to kick. So let's say first team makes it, second team will come out, they make it. Then you move back 5 yards until one team makes it and the other one misses. And that's how you decide. No more ties. Hardly anybody gets hurt during field goals. And plus, it'll really incentivize you to get a good kicker.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
It's like the field goal kicking equivalent of NHL shootout.
Correct. Yes, that is quite literally what it is.
I like that. I
think it's fun.
Yeah.
I tweeted that. You would have thought that like I tweeted like we should eat more kittens. Like there was some dudes who were just like, oh, how dare you try to make kickers a bigger part of football, you stupid sack of shit. And I'm like, oh,
but
Jesus.
they're so important. And hey, I mean, you look like Pat McAfee, so of course you'd support kickers.
Of course I do.
Yes.
His mustache isn't as thick, but
yeah, I mean, you both have fantastic qualities.
I was told I look like Austin Theory.
So you look like a WrestleMania match just like merged together.
Pretty much, yeah.
Half Theory, half McAfee.
Worst things have been said about me. I'll take that.
Yeah, worse things have been said about me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, you follow Jarret Bailey at JBaileyNFL. You can follow me at Greg Cherry Brand. You can follow me on YouTube on the Greg Cherry Brand for the Greg Cherry Show every Wednesday. Jack of all trades coming up next Thursday. Go check that out.
I need to be on one of those again. Redeem myself for the performance I put on.
You didn't do bad. Let me put it this way: like you did.
It was that 8-bit music one, man. That guy, I hated that.
Man, that was stuff I grew up on, so I probably
I was not good at that.
Well, I'll try to do a different round next time. How about
I did guess Jacqueline though. It was a 6 left, but I did get Jacqueline.
But hey, the two of us need to become Quizlemania tag team champions. That needs to happen.
We can manifest that to happen.
Yeah. And hey, now that we're doing the show together, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. That's up to Adam Blampied.
It is. But anyway, thank you for joining us here on Know Your News for Unsportsmanlike. We will be here every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So we hope you can join us then. For Jarret Bailey, I'm Greg Cherry, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's got to eat.